You're gonna go through life thinking that girls don't like you because you're a nerd. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that that won't be true. It'll be because you're an asshole.
Do you need to be an asshole to succeed in business? That's the implication here. That is kind of what Mark is trying to be in the second half of the film especially.
A story as old as storytelling itself, of friendship, loyalty, power, betrayal, class, jealousy, all these things that Aeschylus would have written about, Shakespeare would have written about, a few decades ago, Paddy Chayefsky would have written about. And again, I was just lucky. None of those guys were available, so I got to write about it.
The A plot is the development of Facebook itself, or the Facebook to begin with. Because she broke up with him, he writes that blog, and then he develops Face Smash. This gets him noticed by the Winklevise, and that leads to him developing the Facebook.
I'm in.
Awesome. That's what you said?
It was 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know what I said.
In three-act structure terms, this is our first act turning point. It's also the beginning of the non-linear structure for the film, as well as introducing our Rashomon effect. Basically, we're jumping back and forth between two timelines, effectively three different points of view. Mark's point of view, Eduardo's point of view, and the Winklevise point of view of what actually happened.
Instead of picking one and deciding that's the truth, I'm going to run with that, or picking one and deciding that's the sexiest, I'm going to run with that, I really liked that there were three conflicting versions of the story. So I wanted to kind of do it as Rashomon.
For those who don't know, Rashomon goes back to the Kurosawa film of Rashomon, which presents a story from multiple points of view. Everyone gets to have their say. We present their version of the truth, and it's up to you, the audience, to work out which of them is correct. Possibly none of them. Everyone has a different interpretation of what actually happened. So the truth is somewhere between each of these three interpretations that we have in this particular film.